The exact source of the name shofar is yet unknown. Researchers of ancient times, however, believe that the origin of the instrument's name comes either from the ancient land of Akkad, located near the Persian Gulf, where the word for mountain goat was saparu, or from the ancient land of Aram, located near modern-day Damascus, where the word describing the sound of a trumpet was shopara. Although the shofar was used for ritual purposes prior to biblical times, its first mention in our Torah is placed in one of the most auspicious moments in history, Exodus 19, verse 16. On the third day, when it was morning, there was thunder and lightning and a heavy cloud on the mountain, and the sound of the shofar was very powerful. And the entire people that was in the camp shuddered. Moses brought the people forth from the camp towards God, and they stood at the bottom of the mountain. All Mount Sinai was smoking because God had descended upon it in a fire. Its smoke ascended like the smoke of the furnace, and the entire mountain shuddered exceedingly. The sound of the shofar grew louder and louder. Moses would speak to God, and God responded with a voice. The stage was set for the declaration of the 10 Commandments. Aside from this auspicious moment, the shofar was used throughout our history. It proclaimed the Jubilee year, the year of freedom to people and to the land. It signaled events relating to war and revolt. It gathered the community together, and it was used for ceremonies related to royalty. During the years of exile in the land of Babylon, the shofar was also sounded to announce death and mourning. The most frequent use of the shofar during the Middle Ages was to announce the arrival of Shabbat, the day of rest. 6 blasts were sounded at various intervals. On Friday, just before noon, the first tikiyah was sounded to call the people who worked in the fields. Then the second tikiyah was sounded, calling the shopkeepers and the city workers to stop their duties and go home. And just before sundown, the third tikiyah was sounded to call for the lighting of the Shabbat candles, followed by 3 calls, tikiyah, truah, tikiyah. Welcoming the Shabbat into people's homes. To announce the end of Shabbat and the beginning of the new week, a long call, the Tekiah Gedolah, was sounded. 5 species of kosher animals have provided the horns for the making of a shofar: ram, goat, mountain goat, antelope, and gazelle. However, even though the animals need to be kosher, they do not need to be slaughtered in a kosher manner for their horns to be used in the making of a shofar. Although the cow or the bull is a kosher animal, we do not use its horn because of its association with the golden calf that the Israelites built at the foot of Mount Sinai. To become a kosher shofar, the horn must be flawless, without a hole or even a crack in its body. It should not be decorated with any sorts of painting, and no additions like a mouthpiece are allowed. Currently, the shofar is sounded mainly during Rosh Hashanah and at the end of Yom Kippur. 4 types of calls are used during the Rosh Hashanah service: Tekiah, Shivarim, Trua, and at the end of Yom Kippur, a long blast, a Tekiah Gedolah, is sounded to symbolize God's acceptance of our prayers for repentance. In some congregations, the shofar is also sounded during the month of Elul, the last month of the Hebrew calendar before the new year, to prepare us for the 10 days of repentance between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Because this is the month of Elul, I would like to invite Rabbi Till to be our Ba'alat Kriyah, the person who receives the honor of announcing the shofar calls.
Tekiah, Shavarim Teruah, Tekiah,